Judge, this is a case of the Cassidys.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Miss Cassidy, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
We were married for several years, and he adopted my son from my first marriage, which meant my first husband relinquished all rights. And he doesn't want to take care of the child anymore, now that we're divorced.
Okay, sir, is there a reason you don't want to take care of your son?
Well, he's not my son.
Well, yes, he is. You adopted him.
I thought I was in love with her. I just wanted to please her.
So you didn't really love the child at all, your son? Because he is your son, just so we're clear. You're not going to be able to say things like, it's not my child. You adopted this child legally. This is your child.
Well, he's not blood. He's her son. He's not my blood son. He's a redhead.
What does that have to do with anything, the color of his hair?
Kids.
What does the color of his hair have to do with anything?
I just always hated redheaded kids.
Okay. How did the two of you meet?
Well, I had been divorced several years.
So on top of everything else, she's stressing about losing her home because she's not married, but let's be honest, that's not even the real issue here. Judge Flesser isn't trying to ruin her life. He just wants to make sure she stops drinking while pregnant and sets her kid up for a better future. But no, she keeps insisting she hasn't had a single drop since the last time they met, even though the evidence is right there in front of his face. She's upset, but her excuse is that the hand sanitizer on the registers made her blow into the breathalyzer. Really? That stuff doesn't just magically appear in the tube. She's been on probation, given every chance to turn things around, and still didn't. Now the only alternative left is a treatment program, and she's not happy about it. But the reality is it's the harsh truth, and it has to be done. Big W for Judge Flesser here. It's tough love, but sometimes that's what people need. If you like this content, check out more videos like this, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Yes, he's a farmer.
Ma'am, I will give you your opportunity to speak in just a moment, okay? Go ahead, sir.
So my friends took me out to a club. I call them mammary clinics. Took me out to a mammary clinic for my birthday. And that's where I met her. And she strapped it to me. And I fell in love with her that night. And
you fell in love enough to adopt her son?
To marry her, because I thought I was in love with her.
Okay.
And so we got married, and she coaxed me into adopting her kid.
Okay, you adopted the child.
Yeah.
And you're here today because she wants you to
pay child support.
Pay child support and take care of your child.
He's more of a ballerina than he is a boy.
What do you mean by a ballerina?
I don't want that kid. He's.
Sir, you adopted this child.
Well, let his own father adopt him back.
Wait a minute. His father terminated his rights, and you adopted this child.
Well, she can talk.
I'm not about to play this game with you, sir. Mr. Cassidy, we're not doing that today, okay? This is your child. You legally adopted the child, and you can be legally responsible for paying child support as well.
Well, his first dad gave up his rights. How come I can't give up my rights?
Well, you know what? We're not doing that today. Today, you're going to take care of this child, okay?
Okay, what?
And you're not going to give him up because he's a...
Here's where it gets wild. The ex-husband admits he only adopted the child to please Miss Cassidy, not because he cared about the kid. Then he goes on to call the child a ballerina and complains about the kid's red hair. Seriously, he's acting like the hair color has anything to do with being a good parent. Miss Cassidy even reveals she dyed the child's hair to try to make him more accepting. Can you believe that? The judge is visibly frustrated, and honestly, so are we. This guy's excuses are ridiculously shallow, and it's clear he's more concerned about himself than the child's well-being.
No.
He don't fish.
Sir, Mr. Cassidy, how much money do you make a year?
Approximately 83.
83,000. And ma'am, now I'm to you. What does this mean, farmer?
I'd rather not go into detail.
Good.
Okay. $83,000 a year. And sir, you said, how many other children do you have?
I have two.
Two, okay. So you have 3 kids
They're
total.
not redheaded either.
Sir, the color of their hair should not affect whether or not you decide to be a father to those children versus your adopted son. You understand?
I understand.
Okay. Well, as long as you understand. I have
Judge?
your gross. Yes, ma'am.
So I've dyed the little boy's hair now. So
What color is his hair now, ma'am?
His hair is the same color of his now.
And you all are aware that the color of this child's hair doesn't matter in terms of the financial responsibility, right?
I understand that, but he doesn't, so I'm just trying to make it to where he
I don't want
likes
to buy
his son.
tutus for
You
the
know
rest
what?
of
It
his
is
life.
ridiculous she even had to dye the child's hair to even make you receive any type of comfort, sir. That's ridiculous. Now, at $83,000 a year, I have your gross at $6,916.67.
Wow.
Who carries health insurance for this child?
I do.
How much is it for the child only?
$230 a month.
$230. Okay, sir, you're going to reimburse that to her monthly. Yes, you are. And your net comes out to $5,482.88.
Oh my. Oh.
Yes. What do we need to call an ambulance? You okay? Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe an ambulance might help me.
Okay, well, right now I'm getting ready to help you with these numbers, okay?
Or a
Giving you
12
credit for
gauge.
the other children that you have. Your child support obligation is $808.72 plus the health insurance reimbursement of $230 a month. That makes your monthly obligation $1,038.72.
Okay, that's going to
Okay, and you can afford it.
The judge moves forward with calculating child support, reviewing the ex-husband's income. Of $83,000 a year, she sets his monthly child support at $88.75 plus $230 for health insurance. Naturally, he's not happy and starts complaining about his farming overhead costs, as if that's a valid excuse to avoid supporting his child. Miss Cassidy attempts to request back pay, but the judge explains it wasn't included in the paperwork, so she can't award it. The ex-husband's sarcastic remarks about farming expenses only make things worse. The judge, clearly frustrated, doesn't entertain his excuses and firmly reminds him that he's legally obligated to support the child, no matter what his financial situation is. It's clear she's not letting him off the hook. And he's
Well,
getting
there's a
no
lot of
sympathy
overhead
from
for
her.
farming.
Well, you know what?
Well-
Dye your hair red.
Well, that's not going to help me pay my bills. That's
It
not going to help me
might.
feed my cattle.
Well, you know what? You might want to choose some different alternatives.
Well, you got to eat. That's what. Where do you think your food comes from?
You grow my food?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I pay for it from you, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, guess what? You're going to continue to grow your food and you're going to take care of this child who's now the hair is dyed because you had a problem with the color of the child's hair. Ridiculous. Is there anything further here?
Yes, the last year that he hasn't paid, can he pay the back pay as well?
You know what? That is a great question. Are you asking for back pay today, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, unfortunately, you did not put that in your paperwork that you filed with the court requesting.
Miss Cassidy jokingly suggests the ex-husband could avoid child support by remarrying her, which gets a laugh from the judge. However, she quickly clarifies that this isn't a reunification court. The case is dismissed and the ex-husband is ordered to pay up. Despite the ruling, his attitude remains dismissive and unapologetic. It's obvious he doesn't understand the gravity of the situation and likely never will. This segment wraps up with a blend of humor and frustration, leaving everyone shaking their heads at his sheer audacity.